Hi children, how are you? Hope all you are fine and safe. Today we are going to discuss about how to install Python and how we can interact with Python, how we can program in the Python shell, etc. First we can discuss about how to install Python. Before starting working, we want to install Python system. To install Python, we must first download the installation package of the required version from the link as https://www.python.org/downloads. From there, we can download our Python version, Python 3.6.5. However, any 3 versions can be used to implement to Python programming concept as per CPSC guidelines. Before we starting Python, we need to be installed on our system. Then how we can interact with Python? Python is a flexible, dynamic, powerful language that can be used in different ways. It can be interactively used simply to test a code or a statement line by line while exploring its interface. Python is used by Google search engine, YouTube, etc. It is being widely used for system programming and GUI programming. GUI programming means graphical user interface programming, internet scripting or web, gaming, text processing, network programming, commercial robots, and in space and scientific application. To write and run Python programs, we can use two ways: command line window and Idel. Idel is a simple integrated development learning environment that comes with Python. The most important feature of Idel is that it is a program that allows the user to edit, run, browse, and debug a Python program from single interface. Next is Python shell. Python shell is an interactive window where we can type in Python code and see the output in the same window. To start the Python shell or open the Python shell, we want to click Start, Apps by Names, then Idle, Python 3.6 32-bit. Then when the Python Idle opens, it have two windows. Python Idle comprises the Python shell, that means interactive mode, and Python editor, that means script mode. On opening, Python shell shows a welcome message displayed in its version and copyright notice. After this, the command line prompt followed by this like this, followed by 3 greater than symbol, followed by a blinking cursor displayed, which indicates that Idle is now ready to take Python commands from the user. Here, when we see this line, welcome line, and the cursor, blinking cursor, after that we can type our Python commands. This is the Python shell, which is part of Python's integrated development environment. The three greater than symbols are called the prompt or Python command prompt. Then let's start our command line interaction. First program is we want to print hello world, or we want to get output hello world. So we can, when we see 3 greater than symbol, there we can type hello world in double quotes. Then then when we press enter, the output will get like this blue color hello world like this, we can get the output. In other alternate steps is the alternately we can use the command print. You can see here print in brackets we want to type hello world. Then the output will be like this, hello world. Or otherwise we want to type print welcome to Python programming. We can give print open brace, double quotes, then welcome to Python programming, then closing the double quotes and closing the bracket. After that we will get the output like this, welcome to Python programming. The multiple statements typed shall be executed immediately and Python returns the output. This method of typing message in front of 3 greater than symbol or prompt is termed as displaying. Okay, when we are giving the sentences or in words, we want to give inside the print parenthesis, we want to give double quotes. Inside the double quotes only we can type the sentence of letters or words. If we are giving the numbers, integer numbers or any numbers, we can directly give that numbers into print statement like this. Print 10, that means print 20 like this, we can get it as 10, 20 like this. Here when we give two print statement immediately after one, it will execute after that two or more statement, then the output will come. Here we give print 10 and print 20 here, then after that we are giving the instruction to output, then the 10, 20 again and again it will come. Okay, then Python is a case-sensitive language. This means the Python differentiates between capital and small alphabets. For example, here we give as print hello world is P is capital instead of P is small. When we give this, if P is capital and P is small, it is two different things for Python. Whereas print is invalid command in Python. Capital letter P print is an invalid command in Python. Capital letter P print is just a word and not a command. This can be dissolved by typing the print command hello world. It will be like the error message will come like this. Error message will name error, name print is not defined. Like this error message will come. We must remember that while using print command, the message or argument to be displayed should be placed within quotient marks, a single quote or double quote. The argument is then displayed as it is. If the argument is not placed within quotation mark, then the interpreter tries to evaluate the argument and display the result. This feature is used to perform calculation. We give an arithmetic expression as an argument. The interpreter shows its value. Then we can also perform mathematical calculation using Python command prompt. Using the Idel as a calculator, just like text or string message we can give, so far we can also perform mathematical calculations using Python command prompt. Here the statements, you can see the statement. We have performed mathematical calculation using print statement as well as by directly typing the command without use of print print command. Then here we can give 5 plus 8 without using print command. We are giving 5 plus 8. The result, then when we press enter key, then we will result 13. Then print, when we are using print command, print 10 plus 55. That means then when we pressing enter key, the output 65 we will get. Understand? Either of the cases, these statements are immediately executed by the Python interpreter and the output is displayed within a fraction of a second. Consecutive arguments are separated by commas in print function. Then by a space between them. So we can say that space is a default separator of values in the output. We can also specify some other string as a separator using a sep argument of print function. The syntax of print function is print value. Defaultly we can give value, one value comma another value comma etc. we can give. Otherwise if we want to separate by space or separate by anything, we want to give sep is equal to in single quotes we want to give that symbol or space or anything we want to give inside this two single quotes. Then end is equal to slash and we want to give. Then comma file is equal to sys.std.out. Then sep means it is string inserted between values or default or a space. And means string appended after the last value, default or a new line. That means end. If we use the sep argument to specify separator, then it must be specified after all the values to be printed. Otherwise, the interpreter shows a syntax error. Okay, here there is an example. Here defaultly we are giving just print 10, 20, 30. The print will be like 10 space 20 space 30. If we are giving sep is equal to 10, 20, 30, sep is equal to double, inside the double quotes we are giving star, it will be like 10 star 20 star 30. Then if we are giving like this, then the output will be like this. Then if we are giving inside sep comma, it will be like this 10, 20, 30 etc. Then did you clear? Then 10 we are giving slash n means new line character. Then when we are giving slash n, each value will come in next line. Then if we are giving slash t means tab, it will get a tab space between three numbers. Did you clear? Any doubts? Next one is end parameter with print. Python's print functions comes with a parameter called end. By default, the value of this parameter is new line or slash n. That is the new line character. We can end a print statement with any character or string using this parameter. For example, the print function uses sep to separate the arguments and end after the last argument. Here print cow, cat, dog, it is separated by comma, then end is like three symbols like this, exclamation symbols like this. Then the output will be cow, cat, dog. and three exclamation symbols also we can see there. The Python shell window has the following menu items: File, Edit, Shell, Debug, Options, Windows, and Help. The Edit menu allows us to edit the text in the shell by applying various editing options such as undo, redo, cut, copy, select all, paste, find, replace, etc. The shell and debug menus are useful when creating larger programs. Shell menu allow us to restart the shell or search the shell's log to trace the most recent reset. The debug menu provides us useful menu items for debugging the Python program in order to trace errors while checking for line-by-line execution of entered Python statement. Option menu allows the user to configure Idel according to the suitable and working requirements. Help option provides Python help and documentation. Python editor window. We are working with the interactive mode where there is no provision for holding or saving the commands that we typed at the Python prompt. Moreover, the output is sandwiched between the command lines. All these commands along with their output get cleared as soon as we close the shell window. This limitation can be overcome by working in the Python script mode, where we can save the commands we are typing. This switch over is carried out through Python shell itself. Working with Python script mode involves the following steps, which we are going to discuss. First step, creating script or program file. The file window or option provides various options to create a new file, open an existing file, open a module, save the current module session. When you click on the new file option like this, here you can see new file option. A new window opens up like this. A new window opens up. That is the Python script mode or Python editor window, which is a simple and standard text editor where you can type or edit your code. At the time of its opening, this file is named untitled by default. Here you can see untitled. The name can be changed by the user, remaining the file. Next step is we want to rename the file. First, we want to go to File menu, then Save As. In Save As option, we want to type instead of untitled, you want to give any name. Here we are giving program 1, then we want to save that thing. Even if we forgot to give the extension, here we want to give extension as .py or .pyw. Then if we are giving forgot to give that, we want to first time, then Python compiler automatically gives the extension as py or .pyw with the file name. Then next step is running script program file. For running script program file to or execute Python script file, we have to choose the run module. Here you can see the run module here. Run module, when we click that, option. From the run menu, we can see here press run module. Otherwise, we can press F5 as shortcut key. We no need to go to run module or run option and run module. If we just click F5, we can make it as execute. It must be remembered that even if we enter the print statement in the script mode, the output shall be displayed only in Python shell. Also, all commands are given together in the form of module or program or script, and all outlines are displayed together, which offers better understanding and clarification of the output obtained, and hence no more cluttering between command and output text. If you make run module, we can get like this the output in the Python shell. Here we give, this is my first program using Python script mode. It is advantages over interactive mode. It saves the statements type using this mode. This is printed out here in the interactive mode. The output will get the interactive mode. Clear? Then how we can exit from Python? For exit from Python, there are 4 ways to exit. First way is hold Control set and press enter key. We can exit from the Python. Otherwise, we want to type quit parenthesis, then we can output from get exit from the Python window. Otherwise, we can use exit also. Then another way is, it is shortcut key Alt plus F4. When we hold Alt and press F4, we can exit from the Python window. The third chapter is over. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I think everybody clear about the topics which we covered today. Thank you.